short.
33 to 1 there, Mick.
Yeah.
Annoying that the 3 non-runners, and there's
Each
now
way
only
would
7. You'd have wanted 8 to have first 3 with most firms. What about you, Luke?
I think Kiki Joe's the one to be with. As Fitzy said, he's probably short enough in the market, but he hasn't had much racing. That was by far and away his best effort last time at Cheltenham. Admittedly, he's gone up £7 for that, but I've got my notes. Hobbs white horse is in really good form, but judged on the couple of them today, maybe not so. But I think he'll take a bit of beating.
Horse at the front there. We're still on Venetia Williams'
Yes,
watch, really,
we
for
are.
her to catch fire. Horse number 3, Greenbrook, who we haven't seen for nearly 1,000 days. He's been through all sorts. He's lost an eye, which you might be able to see. He's had colic. It'd be lovely to see him back and running a big race at 14 to 1 here, Mick.
Yeah, it would. And he won here at Sandown, and he beat a real course specialist that day in Call Me Lord. And, you know, look, he's lost one eye, but the other one works perfectly well, and
Hope
he
it
seems
does.
quite happy.
He actually this was a Patemps qualifier. He actually finished fourth in the Patemps.
Yeah, he did.
So he's a horse with plenty of ability.
We haven't mentioned the Midland Park runner here. Sean Bowen now rides. Ikarak for Ollie Murphy.
Yep, he won a Lingfield last time in a photo finish. That was off the back of a 200-day break. He's a big gross horse, so you'd think he'd improve again.
And Mick, we were talking about where the jockeys will go.
Yeah.
As always here at Sandown, the hurdles, of course, much softer.
Yeah, I'd just like to compliment the team here, because we've got fresh ground on the hurdles and on the chase. They've actually moved the hurdles right over onto underneath the hedge here, so I think you'll see them coming off that inside line.
Horse away on the left there, Kiki Joe, clinging on to favouritism. They might be joint favourites. We'll see. Richard.
So being called in just shy of 2 complete circuits, and as Mick mentioned, conditions much more testing on the hurdles course than the chase course this afternoon. Kiki Joe is one of the first to show, with Green Book back on the racecourse after this long absence, and between the pair, Lavender Hill Mob, they'll have a right-hand turn before they reach the first. Supremely West staying towards the inside of Hititi, and wide around his turn, the lights down low, that's the horse in the noseband, and behind the 2 waves of 3, the odd one out is Ikarak, as they've turned into the back straight and race towards flight number 1. Kiki Joe, Green Book and Lavender Hill Mob all arrive at the first and take it together. Supremely West racing on the inside of the next little wave, made up of Hititi and Turn the Lights Down Low as we reach number 2. Green Book led over it with Lavender Hill Mob. Kiki Joe is now back in 3rd place, having jumped off as a share of the lead. Racing in 4th is Turn the Lights Down Low. Titi just ahead of Supremely West, and the back marker as they cross over the chase course is Ikarak. 2 flights of hurdles on this part of the circuit before the turn back towards home. Green Book and Lavender Hill Mob jumped that better than Kiki Joe, who just ran down the flight, and Ikarak at the back was a little bit slow and briefly was pushed along, but has immediately picked up the bridle, and we're still a long way from home. Green Book seems keen to be back on the racecourse and is jumping accurately from Lavender Hill Mob. Kiki Joe back in 3rd place, Turned the Lights Down Low, his chief market rival, Supremely West, then Hititi, and last of all is Ikarak. So out of the back straight they head, and it's Green Book cutting out the running with Lavender Hill Mob in 2nd place. 3 lengths back to Kiki Joe, that have Turned the Lights Down Low, Supremely West, and Hititi has been joined at the back by Ikarak. So Green Book round the home turn, continuing to lead, still with well over a circuit to go. Lavender Hill Mob in 2nd place, Kiki Joe is in 3rd. Turned the Lights Down Low, 4th on the outside of Supremely West in the pink and black colours. Wider out is Ikarak in the blue, and last of all is Hititi, as with plenty of zest, Green Book heads up towards the next flight of hurdles, climbing the hill for the first time. Green Book leading Lavender Hill Mob. Kiki Joe and Supremely West staying towards the left-hand side of the course. Close to the near side is Turned the Lights Down Low with Hititi and Ikarak. So Green Book's established a clear advantage, pops over the flight. Lavender Hill Mob a little guessy. Kiki Joe hasn't hurdled with the same fluency that he did at Cheltenham in the early part of this race. Racing in 3rd in the gold jacket with Turned the Lights Down Low, Ikarak on the right-hand side. Then behind these, Supremely West and Hititi. Green Book over the next and continuing to jump really well. Lavender Hill Mob in 2nd. Again, Kiki Joe just slightly into the bottom of it. So out in front, Green Book on this first run for a long time might be asking him quite a bit to keep up, but Kiki Joe jumped top prominently and hasn't hurdled this far quite as fluently at the rhythm that he did at Cheltenham. There's still a long way to go.
Yeah, there is a long way to go, Richard, but at the same time, I'm like you. I'd like to see him just racing a little bit kinder at the moment. There's no alarm bells just yet, but at the same time, the horse in front, Luke, is loving it.
Absolutely loving it. Nearly 1,000 days since we last saw him. He's hurdling really fluently. The other one, just to keep an eye on, is Ikarak, who was a little bit sloppy early on. He got a sharp smack down the shoulder from the champion jockey. He's now picked the bridle up.
So into the back straight they head for the final time. Working down the side of the course and then a right-hand turn before they spy the next flight of hurdles. Out in the lead, Green Book has the advantage. Lavender Hill Mob. Kiki Joe getting a little bit closer on the inside, taking the opportunity to get a little bit more involved. Then behind these, Turn Delights Down Low, who's moved to the inside as Kiki Joe's rider made a concerted effort there to get the horse into second place. Supremely West still biding his time in sixth, and Hititi. So into the back straight they head. Green Book out in the lead. Kiki Joe sharing second place with Lavender Hill Mob as they come to the wings of the next. A better jump by Kiki Joe, likewise a better jump by Ikarak, who carries himself into fourth place, then Supremely West, and then last pair, Supremely West's partner is Hititi. Kiki Joe over from Green Book in second place now. Lavender Hill Mob on the outside, Turn Delights Down Low and Ikarak. Supremely West and Hititi. So midway down the back straight, once again they cross over towards the far side. On the inside, it is Kiki Joe. Green Book and Lavender Hill Mob continue to be the front wave. Then behind these, Turn Delights Down Low, Ikarak, Hititi, and Supremely West. Kiki Joe over the next with a little bit more aplomb. In the lead from Green Book in second place. Ikarak and Turn Delights Down Low yet to make their moves. Lavender Hill Mob, then Hititi and Supremely West. This is the last on the far side, 3 from the finish. Kiki Joe sent into it, guessed there. Comes up about a length or so clear. Right behind, Turn Delights Down Low and Ikarak. Wider out, Lavender Hill Mob with Green Book, who's just beginning to lose the place off the back of this long absence. Then Supremely West and Hititi. So Kiki Joe pressing on now with a degree of purpose. Leads Lavender Hill Mob, Turn Delights Down Low. Ikarak, Green Book fades. Supremely West moves through into fifth. And then Hititi. So Kiki Joe, Callum Pritchard now beginning to try and seize the initiative. Strides on by 3 lengths. Lavender Hill Mob, Turn Delights Down Low, Ikarak. Supremely West and Hititi are the chasing quintet as Kiki Joe turns for home. The climb of the Sandown Hill on the squelchy ground. Head of this field of hurdlers. Kiki Joe to the left-hand side. Turn Delights Down Low coming up the centre. Ikarak more to the near side. Supremely West begins to improve. Lavender Hill Mob is the one that's checked out of the leading bunch. They're heading to the second last. Kiki Joe with Turn Delights Down Low now looming on the outside. They've moved on from Ikarak. Kiki Joe and Turn Delights Down Low together in the market, together over the second last. Kiki Joe asked to dig in. Turn Delights Down Low is now being ridden, and Kiki Joe has a length and a half in hand. Turn Delights Down Low, however, has not given up here, and he's fighting back on the run to the last. Kiki Joe and Turn Delights Down Low. Kiki Joe is away faster. Turn Delights Down Low is a length to find. Kiki Joe tenacious. Turn Delights Down Low will not give up. The gap between them is a length. It's the far winning line, and Kiki Joe will reach it first.
Coming out of the back straight turn, be about 7 lengths between first and last here for the 9 runners. Stacked up, round into the straight with the form plane fences awaiting them. Gold Emery from Moonlight Flit, Jack Andrews on the rail. Dark green and pink combination in behind is Fern Hill. Nose Bandit is in company with Bally Lynch, the spots, and then the diamonds of orange and yellow for the Scorpion King, the left, the cheek pieces, being followed by One Last Glance. Pasha Cutie still at the back of the order, and again was a little less fluent than 1 or 2 around, just been behind the bridle. You get the impression for Pasha Cutie is with Express Surprise in the light blue and black colours, and also
the roar in the closing stages, quite magnificent.
Yeah, it's brilliant. You know, we were slightly gobsmacked at Cheltenham that he won nicely that day, and again he's done the same again. He's a great little horse. He just stays and jumps, and again he just keeps finding a bit more. So it's been brilliant.
So brave, well done. We'll catch up with you a bit later on. We'll hear from the jockey.
Yeah, we've got some happy owners because this is part of the Dickie Johnson Racing Club. 2 weeks in a row chatting to you on a Saturday. This is getting nice.
Very nice, yeah, I'm not complaining about it anyway.
Well done. Richard Hoyle's picked up that you made a real win racing move round the inside when you just pushed him up through the inside and got a bit of a run on?
Yeah, exactly. Like, we'd gone a nice